Hello everyone and welcome to my Brexit special video with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantec on Friday the 13th of November. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out what is going on in the Brexit negotiations, the potential market impact, and look at some charts as well. So let's get quickly into this slide that I've put together for you. And we can see that, again, no trade deal has yet been agreed. There is a deadline of the next EU summit in November, but it's interesting that the noises are still positive, and I think the base case scenario is that we are moving towards a deal. There is disagreements that need to be overcome, but I think that certainly the noises from both sides would suggest that they are moving towards this agreement. Now, it could just be a matter of time, but if there is no deal, then that obviously I think would be the big risk scenario that we've got in markets. I think a deal would be positive for sterling, also positive for the euro as well. On the flip side, you could see that no deal would be the big risk scenario, so you'd see that that would negatively impact on sterling and also the euro, but also risk negative broadly across markets, so safe haven flows would improve. So the likes of the dollar would outperform, also the yen as well. So let's have a look at some of these charts that we've got. Now, this is the MT4 platform, so we're looking at sterling dollar first of all. At the moment, we are actually looking for sterling to remain in this trend channel higher. I think that's going to be the case until we get some sort of agreement, some sort of deal. And I think that would, an agreement would elicit a big upside break on sterling. You'd be testing probably this key resistance of the 34.80 area resistance from September, and I think possibly into the high $1.30s actually on cable would be your move, I think, on a deal scenario. Alternatively, you'd be looking out for the negative surprise, which would be no deal scenario for sterling dollar, and I would see that sterling would probably be in the low 120s in that environment. Ahead of the deal, I expect this trend channel to continue. The market is sort of anticipating an agreement, so the market is trending higher on sterling dollar, but I think watch out for any surprises there. Now we're looking out for also euro sterling as well. It's interesting that again sterling has been strengthening against the euro, so that pulls euro sterling lower in the last month or so, couple of months. And I've gone back here to February, where we saw the spike high, which saw that euro sterling went to 95 figure in a sterling negative scenario there. But I would see that sterling negative scenario would play out on a no deal, and again you'd probably see certainly 93 tested on euro sterling, and probably towards 95 again in that outlook there on a no deal scenario. The alternative would certainly be on a deal scenario, and that would likely drive sterling into the to below 90 figure, certainly on a consistent basis, breaching this support. Look at this support line that we've had for recent months, 88.60. Time and again, that support actually as a pivot has been tested, but I would see that being broken to the downside, probably also breaking this support line here, 86.70, and coming back towards the low 80s again would be the scenario for a deal, I think, and an agreement. One final thing I wanted to just look at was also euro dollar. Euro, I think, on a deal scenario would be euro positive. So that would be pulling euro dollar back towards the 120 area again. It'd be interesting if euro can make it through that 120. I still see that you'd be getting jaw boning from the ECB in that scenario. On a no deal scenario, this trend line, the sort of support line at 116 area would be tested and likely to be broken. But it's interesting that euro dollar is sort of mid-range at the moment and just holding that range. So the trading range continues on euro dollar. Okay, so yeah, thanks for joining me today. What we're going to be doing, we've got a report that all lays this out on the website at hmarkets.com, so go there to read this report on this Brexit special, and I'll be also updating as well in the event of any further traction on this, whether there's a deal or no deal. So I'll be doing another video on that. So I'll join you again soon, and good luck in all your trading.